Well, today at Faith Village on the couch, we welcome Gary Glahn. Gary is a missionary with East-West Ministries, and he is the assistant field manager for East Africa, but he lives here in the Dallas area.
Yes.
So, what do you do for Africa while you live here?
There are many things I do. Basically, I'm a project manager for many different projects that we're doing in Kenya. What that means is I'm communicating with the nationals. What East-West is all about is equipping and training and assisting nationals to do ministry among their own people group. Mm-hmm. And so what I am doing is working with them. We communicate by email primarily, but also texting and Skype. Mm-hmm. I am handling all the finances for them. We wire money, I reconcile, make sure it's being spent properly. Talk to them about the sponsorship of the at-risk children and widows that we have in one part of Kenya, as selecting the children, finding new donors, things of that sort.
Okay, so you mentioned Kenya. Is that where you primarily work?
Right, we're primarily in Kenya, but also we've gone into the eastern side of DR Congo, which is just on the other side of Rwanda from Kenya.
Okay, so, but it's all work with the indigenous folks there too.
Right, and we work primarily among remote people groups. So we're not in the city like Nairobi. Okay. We work with the Masai down in the south. We work with the Pokot up in the north central Kenya, as well as Sabaot up on a mountain.
You've had to learn a lot of new words, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what are your current projects and goals? I know you're going on a trip in February.
Right.
Give us an update.
Okay. We're basically in 5 different locations in Kenya. Among the Masai, we have a man down there who's our evangelist, basically, and we equip him and help him. We've provided him with a solar-powered portable Jesus film kit where he can go out far away. We've given him a motorcycle to go way out in the remote areas and show the Jesus film and evangelize. We're also working on a well, finishing out a well, because water is a real problem there, droughts. 2 summers ago, he had like 10 cows and 20 goats, and because of the drought, he lost all but 1 goat. So we assisted him to get started again. Okay. So we're finishing out a well down there that will hopefully be for irrigation as well as for drinking water.
Wonderful.
Among the Pokot, we're finishing a school building in a very remote area where they've not had school before we started it in 2008. So I'll be checking out that school, seeing how well it's built and if everything has been done properly. In Kelley, we have a sponsorship program with at-risk children. These are orphans. We find homes for them, usually extended family, and then we help support the family to provide for the kids, and then we put them into school so that they can hopefully get out of that situation in the future.
What interesting thing might have happened on a previous trip that you can, funny?
Yes, lots of interesting things. The culture is so different, especially out among the remote people, learning how they live and how they survive. I would say the most memorable event was when my wife and my daughter went with me back in 2008, and we went down among the Masai. Okay. And a typical thing for them when they have visitors is to kill a goat and have goat stew, grilled goat, whatever you can have with goat. Okay. So we watched them kill the goat, skin the goat, clean the goat, and as a result of that whole process, my daughter came home and was a vegetarian for a year. Also, the interesting thing was, as these Masai warriors, the teenagers, were in their normal Masai garb, we were out there in the middle of nowhere. There's no electricity, nothing like what we have in the city. And all of a sudden we heard this ringing. And this one Masai teenager reached down inside his garb and answered a cell phone. And it's like, where are the towers? How in the world do you get a signal out there? And we wondered, how in the world do they charge them up? And he says, oh, I run, once a week, I run 5 miles to a car, and somebody has a business charging cell phones, and then I run back, and our Boma, our whole Boma, share this cell phone.
So it's like the whole community's phone.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a collision of 2 worlds. How
yes. Yes. It's
well,
amazing.
great. Well, we'll look forward to hearing from you after your trip.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming out today. This will be interesting.
Okay, thank you. Hi, my name's Gary Glahn. I'm with East-West Ministries International, and I live in Faith Village.